bras. This is your girl, Queen Shan. Hey, girl, hey. This is a broadcast podcast, our third show. Thank you so much for listening. We are so excited to have you on our journey. Girls and boys, sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast. And Hunty, tighten up those panties. This is Queen Shan and OMG. This is our third episode. Edward, we're on the platforms. You can hear Queen Shan, me, on iTunes, Google Music Play, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. We're just getting
How
started.
many platforms is that?
Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. List 5 right now. And then
Okay.
I have my own website, and you guys can find me on www.abroadpodcast.com.
Do you like how it's feeling so far?
I do. I really enjoy it. I think I listened to episode 2 15 times just to see, and not to gloat, obviously, but I just want to say, what do I sound good? What do I need to work on things? And this is an ever-changing genre, I think.
It is an ever-changing genre.
It is an ever-changing genre, and I know I can always improve, and I will improve.
Right.
So thanks, you guys, for being on the journey with me.
You know how big of an historian I am, right?
Yes.
What I like about podcasts, they are history.
Okay.
Because look at the very first forms of entertainment for us.
The forms of entertainment
We listened to the radio.
People were mean like that?
Listening.
I mean, like talking like the Roman times, the Greek times.
They were listening to radios
That's
back in
true.
the day.
Back in the day, that was their TV.
Right.
They read and they everything before technology was
Before
what
technology,
it is.
and it was
But
such a
radio was-
powerful medium
that's
too.
so
Remember
true.
how the George Orwell
War of the
created
Worlds.
yes.
That's right.
People thought aliens were coming.
I think it's cool, and I'm glad that podcasts are this rejuvenation of people tuning in. Who are you, by the way? Like, who am I speaking with right now?
By the way, this is Edward Carr.
Hi, Edward.
I work in the entertainment industry. And I don't work in the Valley. I don't work in the industry in that respect. But I can only say that I work in the industry, and let's just leave it at that.
You leave it at that.
Yes.
And you have lots of years working in the industry, and I'm glad you're with me. Thank you for being my
you.
guest co-host again.
I am honored.
Thank you. So if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Shannon, but I go by Queen Shan. And it's always been a dream since I was a little kid to travel abroad, having abroad perspectives, abroad tastes. And I like to go around the world, and my 4 major passions in my life is travel, beauty, food, and culture. And we're going to really dive into that on a weekly basis. We may talk about all 4 topics. We may talk about just 1 topic. We may talk about just 2 topics. So this is basically the brand of what Queen Shan will be talking about. And we're also going to be talking about pop culture, what happened in the news today, or what's going on music-wise, film-wise, political. We may have some political banter. Uh-oh, red and blue.
Uh-oh.
We don't know. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of off-the-cuff conversations. I'm going to have weekly guests. I'm a 45-year-old single Black woman living in Los Angeles, and I just realized that on your YouTubes and your social media, your platforms, people from my generation, you don't see that. You don't hear that.
You really don't.
You really don't. And so I'm here to say I'm here for it. And I'm going to talk to you. And we're going to have conversations. You're going to have your glass of wine or your cup of coffee in the morning. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. You're going to laugh more. And you're going to think.
And if you will, do me this favor. Listen to us on your drive to work.
Yeah.
It's the best time to listen.
Actually, it really is. Because when I get ready to when I get in the morning, when I'm listening to the other 2 podcasts we've done so far, episode 1 and episode 2, I'm literally laughing.
Yeah. Maybe you'll laugh. Maybe you'll cry.
Maybe
you'll change the channel. Who
Maybe.
knows? But
I hope you don't change the channel.
We hope not. But we're just getting started,
Mm-hmm.
and Shan is on her way up, and I'm glad to be here seeing her rocket take off.
And you know what? We're going to showcase all types of people of all walks of life, from the LGBT community. I should say the LGBTQ community. I mean, if I really want to be technical, the LGBTQIA community.
You just said the whole alphabet.
I mean, I want to be fair. I want to make sure everyone's inclusive.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Straight people, married people, divorced people, people with children, single parents, all walks of life, from straight to gay. it's like I want to talk about everything because I am interested in everything.
And hearing from people too.
And I like to hear from you. So I want to hear your voices, and I want you to share your thoughts. I want you to comment on the platforms and say, "Hey, Queen Shan Shan, we want this. We want you to talk about this." Do not hesitate to email me or text me. Well, you're not going to text me, but email me or, Instagram me. You're going to find me on Queen Shan Shan on Instagram, on Twitter. We want to have your opinion. So
Your
let's have it.
opinion matters.
Yes, it does. Hashtag your opinion matters, honey. So let's get into it. Tonight's dinner was really good.
You did good.
Did I get good?
You did good, girl.
All right. So we ordered, it's because this is a working crew, I don't have time to cook dinner and Edward doesn't have time to cook dinner. So I have the podcast here in my dining room and we eat and we talk about what we're going to talk about in the show. So I ordered through Uber Eats. Hashtag Uber Eats. Are you listening, Uber Eats? We ordered through this restaurant called Tacos Tu Madre.
Tacos tu madre.
Tacos tu madre. It's tacos, the word tu, then madre. And I guess that means mother of tacos, you think?
Yeah.
In Spanish, mother of tacos?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Honey.
Your mom's tacos. Or something?
It was mom's tacos.
Uh-huh.
I ordered an open bowl burrito, and it had this yummy sauce. I forgot what it was called, but it was this yummy sauce and avocado, and it had this, it said 35 hours of simmering carnitas or something like that.
Oh.
Like they put love.
You could tell they added a few hours to
it was bomb and really reasonably priced.
Yeah,
I
really reasonable.
also ordered on the side some street corn.
It was the best corn I've ever had.
It was delicious.
It was so good. What was that sauce they had in there?
I don't know. It was some bomb sauce. We're going to order that again.
It was literally bomb sauce.
It was bomb sauce. What did you order, Edward?
Well, I had 2 chicken tacos, delicious grilled chicken tacos, and then I had 1 crispy fish taco. Very good, but I prefer the chicken. But if you really want to get your socks knocked off, go with the street corn.
All right, so this week has been very eventful nationwide. We had the unfortunate passing of George H.W. Bush. He was our 41st president. And there was a lot of controversy regarding his death, especially in the LGBTQ community. And a lot of their frustrations was his, he wasn't as... He dismissed the whole AIDS, HIV era at that time. That there's some rights that were not recognized, and I heard a lot of my gay friends were not. They're like, they weren't. Let's put it this way: they really didn't care that he died.
Right, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because I think he was a good president.
Why?
I voted for him. He was the first person I voted for.
You're kidding.
1988. I was 18.
Okay.
And I'm from Texas. And
that was a law to vote for Bush in Texas.
That was a law. They literally held a gun to your head and said, you must vote for Bush. No, but no, he was, I was raised Republican and that's all I knew at the time. And
I'm sorry.
I didn't know any different, really. I mean, we had just come out of 8 years of Reagan, and then Bush was like the successor
That's
to his I don't know if you'd call it dynasty, but he was a big deal, Reagan. But I mean, I didn't really pay that much attention to politics back then. So he did 4 years only, and it felt like he was in there for a minute, and then he was done. But I certainly felt his presence more after his presidency.
I think because of his son, because of George, Jr., George W. I don't. I wasn't. I'm gonna be honest. 1988.
You weren't old enough to vote.
I wasn't even old enough to vote. I was still in high school.
Clinton would have been your first time to vote.
Correct. Correct. And he was a big deal for me. He was like our disco president. Clinton.
The first
he was
black
like
president.
he was cool.
He was.
Clinton was our first black president. Yes, he was. And he was very cool and suave. And he was a little hooker too. But, I digress. So anyways, the funeral 4 days of celebrating. It was 4. It was 4 days procession of his funeral.
Right.
A celebration, 4 days of celebrating his life and commemorating. I mean, I saw on the news, it was like every day, it was like, some military pomp and stance
Yeah.
is happening, and
Because he has a ship named after him. He has a destroyer.
Oh, that's right.
He says there's a ship for him.
That's right.
It's certain he's certainly a dynasty. The Bush dynasty is, they'll be around for a long time.
You think it's really a dynasty?
Absolutely. The Clintons and the Bushes are certainly like the Kennedys.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Kennedys, but the Kennedys are the Kennedys. How can you compare?
Because they're brands in politics. It's the Bushes, the Kennedys, and the Clintons.
Okay. I thought you were saying they're as dynamic as the Kennedys.
The
No,
Obamas
not even close.
as well.
Of course.
But the dynamic. There's no comparison.
No.
I'm just leaving it at like.
I see what you're saying.
Huge
There's
names.
an error.
Yes.
The era. The Bushes, the Clintons, the Obamas.
Absolutely.
And
we had two
the joke we have
presidents
now.
that were President Bushes. So, and only one president between those two Bushes too.
You're right.
That's never happened.
You're right.
But it's interesting going back to why the LGBT community was upset.
Mm-hmm.
Why were they upset?
Because in my opinion, because this is again 1988 when he was voted in, right? So that was still the height and level of the HIV/AIDS epidemic, and that the government wasn't, acknowledging the need, of financial need, or the medical need, or the healthcare need for people who were dying from this disease. And so and don't quote me, I could be wrong. Obviously, I'm not a big historian, and but from what I've been reading and people have been tweeting and people have been saying on the social media, that they were not sad that he's gone.
That's sad because you know why? Bush actually passed the Americans with Disabilities Act in 1990.
That's right.
Which protected people with HIV and AIDS.
Well, I guess they did.
And he also did he founded the Ryan White HIV/AIDS program. That was actually
he
took it
founded
further.
that.
Yeah,
he approved it, or he
passed
the bill.
it.
He passed
passed
the
it
bill.
into
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know if he founded it, but he passed the bill.
And so maybe it was too little, too late, whatever,
maybe.
in their opinion, but
maybe
it was something.
Okay.
Nothing was done before.
Yeah.
Reagan did nothing.
No, he didn't do anything.
He's certainly set the wheels in motion. Mm-hmm. Different time. We can't sit here all high and mighty in 2018 and compare it to 1988.
That's so true.
It's been 30 years.
30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Unbelievable.
So, yes, we have progressed. We have changed in America. I still think he was a great president. He brought down the Berlin Wall. He
Bush did? I thought it was Reagan and him.
No,
Reagan.
No, Bush. The wall came down on President Bush's watch, and he ended the Cold War.
I thought it was on Reagan's wall. Bring down that wall.
Nope. He tried to, but it was on
Bring
Bush's.
down that wall, Gorbachev.
It was Bush's doing.
Okay, we're going to have to fact check that.
Absolutely.
Don't make me fact check you like someone else. We have to fact check on a daily basis. That starts with a big T.
Consider it checked. I did my research. No, I've been watching it all week. So yeah.
Have you really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Edward. Okay. Well, I mean, I thought the wall went down during Reagan's time.
Mm-mm.
You sure about that?
I'm absolutely positive.
All right.
It was 1989, honey.
Okay.
He was out of office by
you're
then.
Right. See,
there you go.
See, there you go. All right,
there
you go. I've been checked. Well, just real quick. Also, if you looked at the footage, which I thought was super cute,
I did
and
too.
just super, George Bush, George W. Bush, the son, our other president,
43,
number 43, passed on a piece of candy to Michelle Obama. Like literally, you saw him do a little hi, how you doing to Trump and Melania, shook hands with Barack,
right?
But then went into his pocket and gave her a piece of candy.
They're biffles.
Total
biffles. And that he did that for her actually at
at Barbara's
at the other funeral.
At his mom's funeral.
I think it was a cough drop or something.
Yeah,
actually.
it was.
She had a little tickle.
I think she had a tickle or a cough or
like,
something. Yeah.
It's so Texas too, by the way.
Is it really
that's a very
to
Texas
pass
thing.
a piece of candy?
Absolutely, especially
to pass a piece of candy,
especially in church. My mom cannot tell you how many times she used to pass me the candy. I meant to don't be coughing. Take this. And by all means, let me take the wrapper off of it so it doesn't crinkle in church. Sure
So
does.
it's a Texas tradition to pass a piece of candy
Yeah, if you're
to
like,
people.
if you got a little tickle in your mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's also a Southern tradition. My mom always had a piece of candy or a cough drop in her
Absolutely.
purse too.
Very Southern.
Very Southern. Okay, well, I think that was very cute.
Very cute. I love them. I love that those two sides come together.
That's cool.
And it just shows that they're in America. We can
Hello.
be that way.
You know, I'm not a fan of the Bush era.
Right.
I really am not.
Right.
But you know what? I love that. You're right that they can come across on both sides and say, "Hi, how you doing?"
It's time to talk about culture. Culture.
I had the opportunity to go to this amazing event a week ago with my friend Nicole. She said, let's go to this event called the Broad Circle. And I'm all, the Broad Circle, that's my gig, Broad. So the Broad Circle is this movement of women who are it's a networking gig, but at the same time, it's a true a bonding of women, very powerful women.
Sounds amazing.
From entertainment to politics to fund managers.
Was your doppelganger there?
Who's my doppelganger?
Oprah?
Oh, my God, I wish she was.
You look like Oprah right now. I'm
Do I
just
look
telling
like-
like
I have the
I'm
wig-
feeling Oprah.
Or maybe I got to wear this wig every day. Anyways, the event was called the Broad Circle, and this was apparently the 10th anniversary reunion event. I didn't even know that, but because it was my first time ever going. But it's basically, it says it was women, power, and money moving beyond the hashtag metoo movement. The
Okay.
impact of women, business, and politics. And I'm telling you,
That's interesting.
the women panels,
Uh-huh.
there was these women that they were interviewing. Talk about powerful. Like this woman, she was Tracy Gray. She was the founding and managing partner of the 22 Fund.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the only black woman on the panel.
Wow.
But honey, she made these statements. It was so funny because she made a good point. We're all women. Like, obviously, there was maybe 2 men in the whole room of 100 people.
Oh,
right?
wow. Okay.
And I'm looking around the room. I'm honored to be there because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a CEO. If you guys don't know what I really do, I'm in insurance. So I have my own insurance business, my own agency, and I've been doing insurance for 10 years. So I wanted to be there not just for the broadcast and getting my name out there for my podcast, but I want to, I'm a business person. So I needed to start some, I also always need to shake hands. So there was, Shan, she's the former director of corporate governance for CalSTRS. Oliver Goodkin, she was a workplace investigator. She investigates all the sexual harassments and all the hostile work environment lawsuits.
She's an attorney?
She's an attorney.
Okay.
And
Got it. What's her name?
resume, Olivia Goodkin,
Okay.
Gookin.
Okay.
I was so impressed with her.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Polished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, they were just talking about why we need to get past the, hashtag Me Too, hashtag Time's Up. Those are great starts.
Mm-hmm.
It made everybody aware of what was going on with the Weinsteins,
Right.
the Bill Cosbys,
Uh-huh.
the Kevin Spaceys, the speaking of that, Les Moonves.
I hear he covered up.
He covered up and lied even more about his sexual harassment scandals.
That's
What is his wife going through? I wonder.
I can only imagine because they actually renewed her show.
They did.
They did. But yeah, it must be really tough for her.
I'm sure. Well, she's not on it right now. She
Yeah,
dismissed herself.
Yeah.
Because she felt uncomfortable about
Absolutely.
what's going on.
It's just,
she's married to a douchebag.
Look, those skeletons, they come back.
Yeah.
They come back and rattle real loud.
Well, a couple of notes I wanted to. Yeah, they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
A couple of things is the we were talking about women on boards, like women on the boards, executive boards, and
Okay.
how there's only in the United States only 17.7% of women are represented in public
17.7%.
in public companies. 17.7%.
Wow, that's rather low.
But guess what's in California?
Much higher.
We're at 17.3. And
Lower?
No, the whole state represents women. That represents boards. The whole state versus the whole country, which shows that California is 17.3%.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That speaks highly of California.
Very much so.
And how we're moving forward and making sure women are powerful, they stay powerful. We are decision makers.
Yes.
We bring home the bacon, or maybe in PETA's words, we bring home the bagels. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Bring home the bagels.
Bring home the bagels. There was a board, a resolution called the CEA 26 Women on Boards Resolution. that's going to be in place in 2019, saying all companies, all public companies at least, we're not talking private, we still have ways to work on private companies, but all public companies must have at least one woman on a public board.
Well, they should.
Yeah.
Absolutely
In 2019, in 2020, it's going to be at least 2 women. In 2021, at least 3 women.
Okay.
So they're making these laws or bills or these resolutions to make sure that these public companies, at least, private companies, it's hard to tell you what to do with your own company that you own.
Right.
But on a public company like, like a
Disney
like a Disney or Apple or even these public, the municipalities,
yes,
you have to have women on these boards.
You have to be represented.
You have to be represented.
Both sides.
But Tracy Gray made a great point. She's like, even though we want all these women to be powerful, we still have to make sure we have women of color being powerful.
Right.
Women of disabilities who are disabled being powerful. If you are deaf, if you are blind, if you you have a walking disability or whatever, they still can be very powerful. These women are still not being heard because of the color of their skin or because they have a certain disability. And girl, people were cringing in their seats.
I can.
So imagine
only
one
imagine.
black woman out of 5 white women. I just saw, and I'm like the only 3rd black woman in the whole entire crowd as well.
Seriously?
Girl, there were women cringing. They were so uncomfortable because she told on them.
She sure did.
She snatched their wigs.
She did.
She went,
wow.
Look, hey, all these white men, they're 99% of these corporations.
Sure are.
Not only do we need women, but we need black women, Hispanic women, Asian women, Middle Eastern women, women with disabilities, period. Okay? And I was like, preach, lady, preach. Tell it to the choir.
Wow.
Because we women
That's
forget.
powerful.
It is very powerful. So preach, Tracy. Honey, 22 Fund. She owns the 22 Fund. She's a funding manager of the 22 Fund. Look her up, Google her. I was like, right on, girl.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
About women in general.
Uh-oh.
Do you find that a lot of women don't get along?
Oh, my God, totally.
Just because they're women?
Yes. Women are the worst enemies of other women.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, I have a brother, so I don't have a sister. I have a lot of girlfriends. But women are jealous of other women. And this is another topic we can talk about a whole different
That's why I wanted to
episode.
breach it a little bit.
But women
just,
are
touch
very
on that.
jealous of other women. Their women are jealous of their boyfriends, of their husbands, of their families, of their jobs, of their cars, of their situations. And I think that's sad.
Yeah, and it's I guess maybe it's starting to, change.
I hope so.
But we got women have to be empowered, I think, to not have that, because for so long they haven't been empowered, and maybe that's the only way they could.
You're a male. Why are men more backstabby with other men?
I mean, probably, but it's dismissed as being competitive.
Ooh.
Why
can't we be competitive instead of being called jealous?
Or a bitch.
Or a bitch. Easy. This is a PG-13
Oh yeah,
show.
sorry, but that's I was talking about those dogs. It's just a weird different dynamic.
I don't want to be. Why am I a B word? Because I'm making so much money, or I have this type of car, or I have this. I have some. I've been working at a particular life in my point in my life where I can go and travel, and I can buy certain things and trust. There's a lot of jealousy out there. There's a lot of people who want what I want or what I have. But I don't come from a rich family. I come from a middle income family. And I was taught to work hard. And be ethical.
Right.
And earn it. So I'm sorry, people who think that I don't just skate by. I work my butt off. I work 12
early.
Work
you're
early.
In bed late.
I got last night working on the freaking podcast or working on whatever I need to do. I was up at 12 o'clock at night last night.
Yeah, I know. The jealousy of women I've noticed all my career, and
what do you do to handle it?
I'm a really good mediator for women. Like you throw me in and like things kind of calm down. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I put off
So
like
you're like the referee.
a pheromone or something like that calms them. But I definitely notice it. I've noticed it on my entire career because women can just be super catty to the other women. I'm like,
it's sad.
you know what? You guys just get along. It's like,
I know.
you know,
It's sad.
just work it out.
I know.
It's a sad thing that I've seen, but I'm encouraged by this conference that you went to because
It was great.
What your friend speaks of is true.
And
We do
another
need
point,
more of that.
real quick we were talking about corporate culture.
Oh,
And the corporate culture, because we have the good old boys still being their bosses, like
Uh-huh.
our ages, our generation is still the baby boomers, and you and I are Gen Xers.
Uh-huh.
So the Gen Xers and the baby boomers, we're the ones getting accused of sexual harassment and a working hostile environment.
Mm-hmm.
But the millennials, who are the corporate giants these days,
Yes. Uh-huh.
they are making sure the corporate culture is definitely redefined
Mm-hmm.
because they're having a weekly meeting about corporate culture, not about the bottom line,
Mm-hmm.
not about making sales, not about, whatever, getting on time, whatever. They are actually having weekly or bi-weekly meetings saying, all right, let's talk about sexual harassment. All right, let's talk about how Sally didn't feel good the other day, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I mean, there you can play a joke on it, saying that everybody's so sensitive these days. But you know what? I'd rather have that kind of working environment, knowing that my CEO actually does care about me.
Me too, because so many don't.
They don't, or my CFO cares about me, or the HR is going to put that report about someone sexual harassing me, or someone calling me names, or someone keyed my car, or someone stole this, someone stole my lunch bag at the refrigerator, whatever.
Right.
So people are caring about that, and that's corporate culture. And real quick, the power dynamics. I wrote this one. Power dynamics are less in millennials because they're not making the money. So interesting, the sexual harassment is mainly from the baby boomers and the Gen Xers because they are making that money.
Mm-hmm.
So the millennials are not making the money like you and I are in our generation because they're focusing on the corporate culture.
Right. Well, they're just not there yet in their careers. A lot of them
Right.
are there. Certainly, there's many well-off millennials.
Right.
But yeah, I can see that.
So it was a really, really good event. I really enjoyed being there, and I met a lot of people, a lot of powerful women that actually just was really dynamic. It was great. It was
That sounds
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. So we're going to talk about beauty. So once again, one of the 4 topics I love to talk about, you guys, is beauty. And James Charles' new palette is out. Do you know who James Charles is?
I don't know
Edward?
who James
Okay.
Charles is, but I think I learned on the last episode or the first
We
episode?
talked about it briefly on the first episode.
Okay, yeah. Is this the guy that had the L'Oreal contract?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yes,
He was
okay.
like the first male as
Okay.
a L'Oreal spokesperson.
Got it.
And it was like he did a couple commercials and ad campaigns with L'Oreal 3-4 years ago. But he started very young as a YouTuber, and he's still a YouTuber. The guy has over 10 million people following him on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter collectively.
Wow.
He's so big that he started his own makeup. And if you guys don't know who Morphe Brushes is, but you better Oops. Let me watch my language because I'm so excited about makeup. My God.
What do we have here? Let's see it. I want some...
We have the I have it right in front of me right now. It is a gorgeous palette. All right, I'm gonna.
So it's this black,
It's a black,
rectangular box.
If you guys don't know what a palette is, the makeup palette can consist of eyeshadows or blushes or even lipsticks. So I'm gonna open this up, Edward,
Okay.
and I want you to give the full your first impression.
All right, first impressions oh, wow. Oh, it's beautiful. Earth tones?
No,
Earthy tones.
It's earthy tones, plus you have your blues and you have some pinks and purples.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have, these are called duochromes. So guys, I might lose some of my guy audience right now. But you know what? Hey, there's guys who wear medicine. These colors are called duochromes, so it gives off a little glittery, shiny glow.
Okay.
Plus an actual matte. So you have a matte and like a finish on your eyelids.
This is all eyelids.
This is all eyeshadows.
Oh my gosh, it's just eyeshadows.
All eyeshadows.
Okay.
So we have earth tones, we have medium tones, we have some cool tones, and we have some dark tones. And what I like about this palette and what I like about Morphe is they really try to cater to everyone. From if you are white as a ghost to I shouldn't say that. That's a little racist. I gotta watch what I say. If you are
I think
very
we can still say that.
white as a ghost, maybe some
Yes.
people make it. What if I say black as tar? People might get
That's
that.
fine too. Oh my
I can already
God.
get the hate on these podcasts,
I know,
Edward.
but
I gotta
honestly,
really?
we gotta.
We're gonna talk about freaking PETA in a minute, and not how and like it's so stupid. We gotta really watch what was it. Anyways,
Honestly,
you
okay,
can be very fair skinned,
Skinned.
and you can be very dark toned.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
These colors, though,
social
by the
media
way,
police.
are giving me life.
Are they giving you life?
They are. They're all of my favorite colors. My favorite two colors are orange and blue.
And what do you think about the orange and blues?
That spot on. I love. I think I like this one better than this one, but this orange is beautiful. This blue. Are you kidding me right now?
It's gorgeous, right?
It's amazing.
So I know this is a podcast, you guys, and we can't really show you what we're looking at. But when you get a chance, Google James Charles palette from Morphe Brushes. His collaboration. Edward.
Yes.
He sold out the palette on this within minutes.
Wow. I can
And
see
then
why.
they relaunched it, restocked it, sold out again in minutes. That was last week.
Okay.
They restocked it again. They just made an announcement on the web. Almost sold out again today.
And I love the tagline inside the lid. It says, "Unleash your inner artist."
That's his hashtag.
It's great.
Hashtag,
That's great.
yeah.
Not
hashtag
just beauty,
unleash your little-
artist. It's like
If you go to his website and his YouTube channel, he's also a singer. He sings.
Oh, he sings
has a
as
great
well?
voice. And he made his own little commercial and his own introduction to this palette, Unleash Your Inner Artist. And Edward, why don't you swatch a couple of colors? I'm going to swatch.
Yeah, let's do.
The blue that you were talking about.
That
There
one.
was this it's called. Let's see. He has really unusual names for the colors. So this color is called Playground.
This used to be my playground.
Okay, this used to be my playground. Who sings that, I wonder?
I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about that later. Wow. So
That
it's
is-
this nice aqua blue shade.
Wow.
That's called Playground.
I am one of those whiteys, and it looks fantastic
It's pretty, huh?
on my pasty skin.
Okay.
So,
All right. I can't say that. I want to be socially conscious about the words I use because I don't want people getting mad at me. Let's look at another color. What color? You said you like the orange?
Yeah, I love that orange. It's called
Rusted? All right. Let's see what rusted looks like on
Okay.
Edward's hand. How do you think it feels? Do you like the way it feels?
It feels like velvet.
Feels like velvet.
Yeah.
James did a good job. James and Morphe did a good
did
job
do
on
a
this
good
palette.
job.
That's pretty on
It's
you.
very pretty.
So again, rusted is an orangey rusted color. So imagine orangey rusted. It has it's very smooth. It's
Very smooth.
very velvety. And then let's try one more color on you.
Okay,
What
what's
other
one
color
more
you like?
color? I like the. Well, that's too similar to orange. Let's go with this. Love that.
We always say love that.
Love that.
Love
That's the name
that.
of the color.
The
Love
color is
that.
called Love That, and this is like a muted, almost like a deep mauve, a deep, deeper than a little lighter than a deep plum, I should say.
Yeah.
And that's pretty. I haven't
definitely
used
pretty.
this. I've already dove into this palette, you guys, and I've been wearing it for the last 3 or 4 days, and I love it.
It looks cool on my hand.
It looks good on your hand. Would you recommend this palette to people?
Yeah, I would.
To people who love makeup?
I don't know a ton about makeup, but this is certainly beautiful colors.
Mm-hmm. It sells for $39. There's 39 colors in this palette. So basically it's $1 palette.
That's it?
Yeah, this whole thing is $39.
That's not bad at all.
Not
I
at
love
all.
this color here. It says Daddy.
Right?
Hey Daddy. It should
Hi,
be
Daddy.
Hey, it should be Hey Daddy. Hey
James, are you
Daddy.
listening? Maybe that's your new color. Hey, Daddy. I mean, he has these really cool words: shook, boutique, Benny, and these are catered to what he says on YouTube. Like he uses these words a
Let's
lot.
not forget Mary.
Mary, and
She's
he's
a
considered
Mary.
the Mary. Okay. So a couple years ago, he took a picture. He was at some opening or whatever, and he was coined Flashback Mary.
Oh, I like that.
He had the worst makeup on one night.
Oh, he did?
And his foundation didn't match his skin color. And so when they do the flashing on the red carpet,
Right.
the flash did not take good on him.
Oh.
So I got to show you what he looked
Okay.
like. He looked like a freaking ghost.
Oy.
So Mary,
Mary.
isn't that interesting?
I love it.
So,
Yeah,
anyways,
it's great names. Check
Great
it out.
names.
His name is James Charles.
James Charles, and guess what, you guys? I'm gonna be doing a giveaway on this palette.
That's right.
If you are a follower of me on Instagram, which is Queen Shan, Twitter, which is _broad_prod, and on my Facebook page, A Broad Productions on Facebook, you're going to be entered to get this amazing palette for free, and I will ship it to you. U.S. entries only. I'm not going to be shipping this to Zimbabwe
Nope.
or Paris. I don't
Nope.
have that kind of shipping money
That's right.
yet.
But you can pay for the extra shipping yourself.
Well, no, I'm not going to do that. Only U.S. entries.
But what if their only listener, not that the only listener is going to be in Zimbabwe, but what if they were there?
If they were, I would say thank you. You put me on the spot here. U.S. entries only, Mr. Carr.
There we go. You heard it
I'm
first.
not
from
shipping
Queen Shan.
a
She's not
freaking-
shipping out of the country.
I'm not
There
shipping
you
to
go.
the country yet.
There you go.
Until I have a following, and then I can say, international entries accepted. But right now, U.S. territories, including Alaska, including Hawaii, and even Puerto Rico. PR. Let's say it. PR is
Let's do
part of the
it.
United States.
That's right.
If you are a new listener to this podcast, and you want this James Charles palette because it is coveted.
It is. If you can only see my hand right now, you want it.
You're going to want it. This is
Yeah.
a coveted palette. People are dying to get this palette. I have another one in its box, brand new, ready to be shipped to you before the holidays.
I'd wear this at Burning Man for sure. Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, people who and Pride's
Coachella?
coming.
Are you kidding me?
Coachella's coming up. Pride's coming
Yes.
up. But if I pick a winner between now and next Thursday, which is my plan,
Uh-huh.
an entry winner will be picked by next Thursday.
So get your.
You're gonna get this before Christmas.
There you go.
It'll be your Christmas gift.
That's a good gift.
So you guys better enter to win.
Yeah, you got to enter to win.
Enter to win. Uh-oh. Is it time? It's time for that commercial break. And you know what? I got my nails done. You know where I got my nails done this
Where
weekend?
did you get them done?
Summit Nail Bar, and my girl Brenda DeAlba, she always hooks me up. If you want great stunning nails, contact Brenda on Instagram at Brenda DEALBA _ or text her at 562-291-9062. Again, her phone number is 562-291-9062. Call Brenda to get you hooked up for your nails, honey. You know what? What are you doing this weekend, Mr. Edward Carr?
Haha. What am I always doing on the weekends?
Relaxing?
That, and I'm probably finally going to buy a car this weekend.
Finally, an Audi, right?
Yeah, an Audi.
Okay, so I gave you some really crazy, or was my rates crazy? Because I did quote you some insurance.
You did quote me some insurance. It wasn't crazy, but yes, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't as crazy as what I'm going to have at my current insurance company.
Uh-oh.
So you're a little bit less. There
Good.
is one company that is going to be my saving grace, so.
Okay.
And that one I told you about, I don't know if we can mention all those on the air.
Maybe we can, because you know what? I want hashtag who?
Really?
Yes, let's say it.
I doesn't interfere with your business?
Oh, it's okay.
Progressive.
Progressive Insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, Progressive. You know what? They can be my sponsor.
Really?
Progressive, you know what? If you're hearing me, Progressive, talk about it, Mr. Edward Carr. What
Okay,
was
so
your
it was
experience?
shocking. It was shockingly low. That's why I was like, are you sure? It's like, because for both cars,
You confirmed.
yeah, it's only going to be like $390 a month, $399 a month.
Okay, Progressive Insurance, you're getting a free commercial because you're saving Mr. Edward Carr how much a month?
$300
Shut a month?
a month.
You're saving $300 a month in insurance.
Yeah, $300
That's
a month
a
in
free
insurance.
commercial.
Because I was at fault. I was at fault at the car
That's
wreck.
right.
And totaled my Audi.
And that's right. And your partner was also had a speeding ticket.
Uh-huh.
So that made your insurance high.
Yes. So they quoted me, and I told them to make sure
Make sure.
you're
confirm.
quoting me at the rate that I'm going to be at.
Progressive is hooking you up.
They're hooking a brother up. Yeah, so I'm like, it looks like I'm going to go with them.
What kind of
Sorry.
car are you getting this weekend?
I still have to roll the dice. I'm either going to get an Audi Q5, which is a
Is that an SUV?
SUV, and I'm still not sold that I'm like an SUV kind of guy.
Okay.
Or I'm going to get the A6, which is like
That's what you had last time.
sedan.
Isn't that what you had last time?
No, I had an A3,
An A3.
and I had an A4, then I had an A3 again.
Oh, you love your Audis.
So this would be an A6. I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see.
You'll see. And you're going to go and make a decision this weekend.
I think so.
Okay.
If not, it'll be the following weekend.
Okay. But you've been doing good without just you and your partner sharing a car.
Yeah, Uber and we
Cool.
share cars.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go to the frozen tundra. Well, it's going to be like the frozen tundra. I'm going to Wisconsin because I'm a big Green Bay Packer fan.
Green Bay seems so random for an LA girl. Why Green Bay?
That's a great question. I've always loved Green Bay. My dad liked Green Bay because of the old coach in the 60s, Vince Lombardi. He was
yes.
very iconic coach that was super motivating, not just on the field, but off the field.
Right.
Vince Lombardi coined these amazing quotes as, winners never quit, quitters never win. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up.
Those came from him?
Those came from Vince Lombardi.
I had no idea.
So my dad admired him, and so, I just love Green Bay Packers because I just thought they were a cool team when I was a kid. And I went to San Diego for school, and I met these amazing friends who are huge Green Bay Packer fans. Huge following. San Diego has a huge following of Green Bay Packer fans.
Oh, they do?
They really do. A lot of people from Wisconsin, because it's Wisconsin. They, a lot of people from the Midwest
come
moved
down,
to California.
Yeah, to get out of the cold.
Yeah. And so there's a big following of Green Bay just in California alone.
Oh, wow.
So I had my first opportunity to see a Green Bay Packer with my friends, my best friend Heather, and now her husband Corey. He's a big Seattle Hawks fan.
Okay, good team.
Boo, Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he's gonna kill me on this.
I have no dog in this hunt. I'm like,
Corey loves his damn Seahawks, and every time he sees me, he's all Seahawks, and I'm like, go Pack, frickin' go, F you and your Seahawks, you and your damn birds.
Well, the Green Bay Packers are playing some birds.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna kill them this weekend. We're gonna kill the Falcons.
What are they? They're like big cheese things.
Yeah,
heads, right?
well, because. The big heads, the cheese heads.
Cheese heads,
they're corn cheese heads because Wisconsin has the cheese and all that stuff. But I'm going to go this weekend. It's literally a whirlwind weekend.
Okay.
I'm leaving Saturday afternoon. I get there Saturday night. The game's Sunday afternoon. We're going to party and tailgate Sunday afternoon.
Wow.
I'm going to get freaking blasted, I'm sure. Won't even probably see straight.
Mm-hmm.
And then we leave Monday morning.
Crazy. That is whirlwind.
It's a whirlwind trip, just so I can be my first time ever saying I saw Green Bay Packers in person in Lambeau Field.
I'm going to just tell you something right now.
Go Pack, go.
Bring more than just one coat. You better bring 5.
I better bring a hot Packer fan home with me.
You better.
The men in Wisconsin, OMG.
You better just curl up to one in the stadium then.
Oh, you don't think I will?
I am telling you. It is cold there.
Oh, it's going to be 14, 12 degrees this weekend. I'm going to die.
It's going to be snowing.
I said in my Facebook post, my wig's going to be frozen to my scalp.
Sure is.
I'm going to have a frozen wiglet on my head this weekend.
You better wear 2 wigs.
I'm wearing
maybe
8.
3. 8 even better.
I'm packing 8 wigs.
A week's worth of wigs.
A week's worth of
That's
wigs
a day's worth for you.
Literally a 24-hour trip.
That sounds like fun, though.
I'm going first class, of course.
Of course not.
Of course. So I'm excited. So that's what I'm going to do this weekend. Go Pack, go. They're going to beat the Falcons, and we're going to do it great. So we were talking earlier about some silly stuff, right?
Silly stuff, yes.
Some really, really silly stuff. Like, we have to really be careful what we say online or on the podcast and everything. It's like the sensitivity in this world is just so stupid.
Out of control.
PC. Everyone's got to be dang PC.
You can't say anything.
PETA has taken it to a whole different level. PETA, which stands for the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, tweeted yesterday.
Who we all, I certainly am, but I'm not.
I am totally for treatment of animals. I'm not beating, but you know what? I'm going to eat a piece of steak.
I do eat them.
We
animals are delicious.
We eat chicken.
Right.
I'm not vegan. I can become vegan because I do love my vegetables. I do love things without meat. I don't eat meat every day.
No.
But I am going to partake of the swine.
Absolutely.
And so I do partake of the swine, but I'm definitely not going to partake in something called speciesism.
What is that?
Speciesism. So basically, PETA is saying speciesism is equivalent to racism.
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're comparing...
Saying certain phrases like, and I quote, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay.
They want us to say now, feed 2 birds with 1 scone.
Bye. Girl, bye.
I can't.
No.
I can't even.
Mm-mm.
Instead of saying, be the guinea pig, they want us to say, be the test tube.
No.
Like, WTF.
Mm-mm.
Instead of saying, beat a dead horse, they want us to say, feed a fed horse.
What?
Like, there is a nerd
Come
behind
on,
all of this.
people.
Like, seriously, person who said all this has no friends.
No friends.
Has,
or,
like, no life.
This is a complete joke. This is a complete joke, right?
This is what they tweeted yesterday.
Really?
It was on the news. instead of bring home the bacon, I'd like to bring home the bacon.
Fry it up
fried
in
up
a
in a
pan.
pan. Instead of saying that, they want us to say bring home the bagels.
No.
No, that's an NO for me.
Big no.
I'm not going to say bring home the bagels.
Wait a minute.
First of all, I'm going to sound like a complete dork.
Hold on. Hold up. Stop the press. Were you just singing the Charlie song?
I grew up with the Charlie perfume commercial song. Are you kidding me?
Me too.
That
I
was the
loved it.
biggest. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
That
was amazing. Where are these commercials?
We don't have the freaking commercials. We have the Geico stupid gecko
We don't
commercials.
have them. I mean, how...
Hashtag Geico.
This is a little bit off the cuff. We're going off the rails a little bit.
All right, let's do it.
So how great growing up were the freaking Coca-Cola commercials at Christmas? I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony.
What happened to those commercials?
I like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company.
Yeah, we don't have those commercials.
Where are they?
We have a commercial saying, buy a freaking rug or buy a piece of, go to IKEA. I'm so sick of these stupid Geico commercials. Kill the damn gecko. Uh-oh, sorry, PETA.
By the way, those are my... Sorry, PETA.
Sorry, PETA, kill the gecko.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And you raised my rates 72% after I totaled a car. You think I'd have killed somebody?
Is that that's what you had before the accident?
Yeah, that's...
You had Geico insurance?
Yeah.
So I
still have it.
Geico's not going to sponsor this podcast.
Show on.
Sorry, Geico.
We killed their mascot and we trashed their rates. So, anyway.
Well, PETA, get over yourself.
Yeah, bye, PETA.
Bye, PETA. I understand.
I eat pitas too, by the way.
Compared it to racism and homophobia.
No, what is that about?
They compared...
Are you kidding me right now?
Speciesism, what are they called? Speciesism to racism and homophobia.
No.
How dare you?
How dare you? Mm-mm. Bye, next.
We're going to have some bacon pie tomorrow morning for
sure
breakfast.
Sure
next.
Are.
All right.
On pita bread. Sure are. Just to spite them.
F you, PETA. Next. All right. So, Madonna Minute. Hey,
Woo.
Madonna.
Minute.
Madonna. Express yourself.
Well, this week in Madonna, we're talking about art.
And what happened to Madonna? She literally has how much? Over $100 million in art?
Art. It could be in the right market, 300 million.
Yes, because she's rolling like that.
She's rolling like that.
I don't care what you say about Madonna. I'm Madonna Minute. Deal with it. You can pass it. You can skip this.
Yeah.
Madonna is relevant.
Yeah, she's been around.
She's relevant every week. She's making news sources every week.
That's
Who
true.
else can say this? I love my Cher. I love my Tina Turner. I love my Bette Midler. I love all these other gorgeous, amazing icons and divas.
Sure.
But Madonna is like in the news every other week. And she doesn't have a damn record out yet.
She doesn't.
So all you Madonna haters, express yourself.
Express yourself. And
Hashtag.
You little monsters out there. I'm speaking of the Gaga fans. And I'm a Gaga fan myself. Don't get me wrong.
There is some hot tea this week, you said.
There is some hot tea.
There's hot tea. Spill it.
Okay, so, Lady Gaga, and by the way, congratulations to Lady Gaga. She did get nominated for a Golden Globe.
She got nominated for Golden Globe for Best Actress for a Drama.
She did. Which is weird that that's a drama because it was all about music, but I don't know.
Was it music? Oh, we'll get into that in a minute.
We'll get into that in a minute. But Madonna posted a clip from the 1980s on her Instagram talking about whenever I'm in the room and of 100 people and one of the persons says that I am no good, all she can hear is focus on that one person and saying like, oh my gosh, I just heard that one person. 99% of them were great, and there was one criticism from one person. Well, Lady Gaga has been on her tour for A Star Is Born, and every interview over and over and over, it's like Groundhog Day.
Oh, that's
she
right.
says
I saw
something
that.
to the effect, well, if there were 100 people in a room and only one person believed in me, that's enough.
Right.
So, Madonna threw a little shade at Gaga, although
What
they're
did she
two
say?
completely different concepts.
What did she say?
She didn't say anything. She just kind of posted that clip and kind of left it right there. I'm going to leave this right here. But people knew what she was up to because there's been a little bit of a sordid history with them because, people think that Gaga has stolen ripped Madonna off in
Really?
songs and in dance and in image and everything like that.
I think Gaga stands alone to her talent and to her amazing presence.
Mm-hmm.
And Madonna, of course, no one's gonna ever beat Madonna.
Right, so-
I don't care who you are.
So right.
In my lifetime, no one's ever going to beat Madonna. No one's going to beat Janet Jackson.
Mm-mm.
No one's going to beat Beyonce. Everybody has their own taste and flair to what they do. But Madonna was the queen of all this pop. So Madonna will always, I think she will stand the test of time.
She will stand the
And
test
I
of time.
think
It has.
Lady Gaga will too now, but
Sure.
that she's graduated to being an actress and having a different brand to
Yes.
her.
Right.
And now her Vegas show is going to be popping off pretty soon.
Great.
And it already sold
I'll
out.
see it.
Will you see it?
I will see it.
The tickets are like $700.
Oh, well, maybe I won't see it, but
No. Maybe the next
maybe
one.
maybe we'll get tickets.
Hey, Lady Gaga, if you're listening, and Lady Gaga's people, we would love tickets to her show in Vegas.
Just
Hook it up.
hint.
Hint. Speaking of Lady Gaga and her movie of A Star is Born, and don't kill me, I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen A Star is
You
Born.
haven't?
Send me screeners. Wow. I've been traveling. I've been busy.
Yeah, no. But I'm gonna kind of remain mute on that subject because
I know we know your thoughts.
I just my thoughts
Actually,
on that.
maybe many people don't know your thoughts.
But
Real quick, Lady Gaga. Real quick.
okay.
The Golden Globe nominations came out today, and I have been very happy. Now, I do have some complaints or some tea thoughts, but best motion picture drama, you guys. 4 out of the 5 films are all African American led actors and actresses. That is
amazing.
hysterical. It's historical.
Historical. That is
Black
historical.
Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody. If Bill Street Could Talk, that's not even out yet. And
Wait,
A Star Is
Bohemian
Born.
Rhapsody is not a black film.
No, but Black Panther, Black Klansman, and if Bill Street Can Talk,
yes,
those are
yeah.
all black led
That's-
actors.
that's
So I'm sorry, not
amazing.
4, 3 films.
3 of them.
Are all nominated for Best Motion Picture Drama.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, yes, Lady Gaga is nominated for Best Actress in a Motion Picture for A Star Is Born. Glenn Close, you saw the movie The Wife?
I
You saw
haven't,
it.
but my
I thought
money.
you saw it.
I haven't. My money's on Glenn.
Okay.
I mean,
Nicole Kidman, Destroyer. Haven't seen it because it's not
Haven't.
out yet. Melissa McCarthy, Can You Ever Forgive Me? Did you see that?
amazing. We saw it this past weekend.
Was it really good?
Loved it.
Was it
so good?
She had a dramatic.
She's so good in it.
She was drama.
It's like her, but muted. Like take her character from say The Heat. Take out all the most of the
is hilarious.
the language
Yeah.
in the over the topness about
Yeah.
that character. Kind of like that.
Okay.
Loved. She plays an
She was good.
author, a book writer, a biographer.
And she
I'll
is
just
doing
leave it there.
Plagiarism.
Yeah, I'll just leave it there.
Okay, all right. And then Rosamund Pike, who I loved in
Loved
Gone
her.
Girl.
Yes.
She is nominated in A Private War. That movie, I don't know if that movie is out right now, but that's another independent film. And it's a true story of a journalist
That's true.
that was in the Iraqi War.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Or Desert Storm.
No,
Well,
maybe it's-
actually, that's both. Desert Storm and Iraqi is both, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think she.
You mean Desert Storm or the Iraqi? Desert Storm was like the 90s.
Okay,
early
and then
90s.
what's Desert?
The Iraqi War.
The Iraqi War was
the
when?
one that started after 9/11.
Got it.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're so amazing. All right. And then Bradley Cooper, William Dafoe, Lucas Hedges. Oh, that's that new kid. He's a new and upcoming actor.
Yes.
He was in Boy Erased.
Yes.
Rami Malek, who was phenomenal.
My money is on him.
And Bohemian
So
Rhapsody,
good.
who played,
Freddie.
Freddie Mercury. And then John David Washington, who was the lead in Black Klansman. Those are your major hits for the best actor in motion picture drama. The motion picture musical or comedy of the year is Crazy Rich Asians. Haven't seen it. The Favorite. Haven't seen it. Green Book. Haven't seen it. Mary Poppins. Haven't seen it. Vice. Haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it either, but I plan to see them all.
Well, a lot of these haven't even come out yet.
Right.
Best Actress in a Motion Picture for Musical or Comedy, Emily Blunt for Mary Poppins, Olivia Colman for The Favorite. Again, I got to see that. Maybe
it
my
looks really
brother
good.
even wants to see that.
Yeah, it looks great.
Elsie Fisher, 8th Grade? Never
Yeah.
even heard of that movie. What's
Supposed to
8th
be-
Grade about?
I don't know.
No, I know. Charlize Theron, Tully.
God,
Who's
love
Tully?
her.
Tully, the pilot?
No. Tully, that's Sully.
That's Sully. That's
Sully.
right. Who's Tully?
This is Tully. It's a show she did mid-year, and she's a mom,
Did you
single
see it?
mom, I think. No, I didn't see it. Love her.
You already love
Surprised I
Charlize
haven't.
Theron no
Yeah,
matter
just
what.
whatever. She could take a whatever and
Enact it and get an Academy Award
yes,
for it.
exactly.
So that was good. And then Constance Wu for Crazy Rich Asians, which I still haven't seen. But my brother liked the movie. He read the book. He would say, of course,
Everybody loved that.
everyone loved the book. The book is amazing, but the movie was really good, they said. And then Best Actor, we talked about this actor, which is my favorite actor last week in last week's podcast. He is in Vice, so he's nominated for Best Actor for Christian Bale. I'm going to put my money on my man, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
That's good. I'm glad he got a nomination.
This is his first Best Actor award. Are you kidding me? Lin-Manuel Miranda, I love you so much. You're so The last 5 years in his life has just been insane. Married, baby, Hamilton, the Tony nominations, the Tony Awards, the money he's getting, all these accolades. He's just on fire.
He's made it.
I love him so much. I love Lin-Manuel Miranda. I love you. Okay. Viggo Mortensen, Green Book. I never even heard of this movie.
Yes,
never
I've seen the billboards all over town.
Never even heard of it. I wonder what it's about. Green Book. Look it up. Robert Redford. He's 90,000 years old, like Clint Eastwood.
Yep.
And he's in the old man and the gun.
Yeah,
I've never
Old Man
even
and
heard
the
of the
Gun.
movie.
This came out a few months ago.
It did?
Yeah, I think it premiered at either TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival, or Telluride. I'm not sure which, but good reviews.
All right. And then John C. Reilly, Stan and Ollie.
Stan and Ollie, which is Laurel and Hardy.
Laurel and
Yeah,
Hardy.
the story of them.
Okay. All right. So we're not going to go through the whole list, but a lot of great people are nominated. A lot of people of color, right on Black Power. I'm going to say it. A lot of Black actresses. Regina King is nominated if Beale Street Could Talk.
Yeah. Looks so good. That movie looks so good.
It looks really, really good.
Dude, look at Amy Adams, twice nominated.
Amy Adams, come on,
our
work,
girl.
Amy Adams.
She's in Vice.
Yes.
Nominated for Best Actress in Vice.
Was she also
Motion
nominated
Picture,
in
Sharp Objects? Of
Yes!
course, girl. Of course.
You guys, we spoke about it in last week's episode. If you have not seen Sharp Objects with Amy Adams, you are doing yourself a disfavor.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, she is. Best performance by an actress in a limited series or motion picture made for television,
She
Amy
has
Adams.
got that on lockdown.
And Connie Britton for Dirty John.
I know. I saw that too.
Good
I was
for
like, good for
her.
her. But Amy on lockdown. It's
Really?
locked. I think so, yeah.
You think it's locked down for Amy? Because she
And the
freaking
show.
killed it.
And Patricia Clarkson is also nominated, her mother in the show.
As what best
supporting actress.
and she deserves it.
So good.
She deserves it. You're right. Patricia Clarkson, Penelope Cruz for the assassination of Gianni Versace.
Such a great show.
I'm behind.
I mean,
it that
Darren
good?
Criss will win as well.
You think
it's
Darren Criss will win that one?
Have you not seen this?
I'm behind on my Fox, on my FX. It was it that phenomenal?
I can't even talk about it.
It was that good.
Yes.
I wasn't into it as much as the OJ.
First of all,
with Cuba Gooding because he played OJ Simpson.
right. I was
wasn't into
obsessed
that.
with that story.
You're obsessed with Versace.
I was obsessed with that story
loved
when it
it.
was going down. I was watching the news every day. They're going to catch this guy. I idolized Versace. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
And so, like, it was terrible what had happened.
Yeah.
And so the story comes out, and he plays Andrew Cunanan. Darren Criss plays Andrew Cunanan.
Oh, he played the guy. He was a serial killer.
Yeah, serial killer.
How many people did he kill?
6 or so, maybe more.
Is that
this
really?
show will chill your blood? It is insanely good. Watch it. It's been nominated for a ton of awards.
It's on demand,
And
so I can watch it.
by the way, first year in years that HBO has been dethroned for a number of nominations for Golden Globes. FX is now the leader. They got the
Shut
most nominations. So there you go. FX is killing it.
Edward Carr. What happened on this day in history?
Well, in 1492, we sailed the seas high and blue.
Is that it? How it
Is that what
goes?
is that the way they say it?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if that's a riddle or not.
Again, don't
or
quote
rhyme.
us on this.
But in 1492, Christopher Columbus lands on the island of Santo Domingo in search of gold.
Where's Santo Domingo?
Santo Domingo.
Where's Santo Domingo?
Isn't it in the Caribbean?
I guess I don't know.
Yeah, Santo
I'm
Domingo.
not a big geography person.
It's out there somewhere in the big blue yonder.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but in 1865.
Wait. I want to go back.
Okay. What?
Did Christopher Columbus really discover America?
No.
No,
He did
because
not.
America was always here. Well, not America, the word America.
Right.
But the land was always here. And
Always
this is
here.
the reason why it's so controversial during quote unquote Columbus Day that we celebrate it, whatever, because the American native people have always been here since day one.
Right.
They weren't discovered. They were people that was always here.
Exactly.
So, you know what? Christopher Columbus, F you.
We got your number.
We got your
You
number.
really didn't discover America.
We know where your bread is buttered.
Exactly. But the history books sure taught us that.
They should have.
Okay, so in 1865, this is a great one.
What is it?
The 13th Amendment is ratified, abolishing slavery.
Black power.
Yes.
Should I
Black
say
power.
black power? Is it okay for me to say black power?
Look, you got Black Panther, you got Black Klansman, you got Black Power. Can we have something?
Yeah.
Can we have something?
Preach, Mr. Ed Ricard, preach. All right, so the abolishment of slavery was on this day, and the 13th Amendment was ratified.
Yeah, that's quite a
Isn't
day.
this the same amendment that Kanye says we should also get rid of for some reason?
Yeah, I believe you're right about that.
Oh, Kanye, don't even get me started on
Jeez,
that.
Kanye.
Good God, Kanye.
We could do a whole sidebar
Honey,
about that.
I didn't want to. You know what?
I can't.
F you, Kanye.
I can't with him.
You and your freaking $700 Yeezy tennis shoes. I'm not spending. Well, I shouldn't say that because
Standing in a line for them.
I do have my Gucci's, and I did
But
spend
they're
$700.
Gucci.
But it's Gucci. They're not Yeezys.
Exactly.
I'm spending on a legacy of true
Right.
fashion that's been around
Since 1919.
19. I don't know if Gucci's been around that long.
Yeah, 1909, I think it is.
1909
or
Gucci?
1919, yeah.
Gucci's been around that long, really?
Yes, girl.
Okay, well, Gucci, I'm spending $700 on my sneakers on Gucci, but I'm not spending $700 on Yeezys.
Yeezys, nosies.
And
No, that's not happening.
Yeezys, nosies.
Nope.
We're building some serious hashtags tonight.
Oh.
Hashtag Yeezys, nosies.
Nosies.
Uh-uh.
Nosies way.
Bye, Kanye.
So in 2006, though,
Mm-hmm.
NASA reveals photographs from Mars Global Survey that suggested the presence of water on the red planet.
And then that's interesting that's funny. 2006? So that's literally 8 years ago?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then what's going on with
it's,
the...
12 years ago.
Oh, God. I can't even do my math. You know what? I'm so glad I have someone to do my math here.
I was told there would be no math. But there's math.
We're about the new math here. It's funny because now that satellite landed last week and everybody's up in arms and they were doing the digging and the finding of the minerals and the dirts and the canyons and the crevices
Girl,
of
look,
Mars right now. We
let's
may be
face
living
it.
in Mars in the next 20 years.
We're going to be going back to Mars because we're from Mars.
Okay.
We came here to get away from Mars.
Right.
And now we're going to have to go back.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
I'm
what I
down.
think.
You know what? I'm not down for living in a oxygen chambered city though.
Me either.
Because the wigs and can you imagine the humidity? I would be dying.
Dying. Dying.
I'm not in for Mars. Maybe Jupiter?
Cold.
Maybe Uranus.
Super. Oh, Uranus. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
How about...
I could live in someone's Uranus.
I'm sure you can. You're going to be wanting to crawl up in one this weekend when you're in the polar north.
When I'm in the friggin' ice caps
Yes.
this weekend. God, send me your thoughts and prayers, please. All right, so you know what, Edward? I hate to say goodbye.
Don't give me that face.
I know.
I know it's that time already.
It's that time already. We're going to say goodnight and goodbye and farewell. And
safe travels, my friend.
Oh, thank you. You've been you've just been amazing. You've been so great and so gracious as my co-host.
Thank you.
For the third time.
Well, I have loved every
But we're going to change things up. I'm going to fire you next week.
I know. Fired.
You're done.
I'm fired. She's already firing me.
I'm firing you because we're going to have a solo show with just me. We're going to have some topics, but we'll talk about that later.
She's a pro. She's
Follow
got this.
me, you guys. Follow me. Tune in next week for a brand new show with sizzling topics, new tea, and a new perspective from abroad.